Hi, how's it going? There's a lot of people who get introduced to ESP32s through devices like the Flipper Zero and firmware like the Bruce firmware, Just Call Me Coco's Marauder, and the Ghost ESP firmware. And that's cool, that's awesome. But welcome to the wonderful world of microcontrollers. Today we'll be going over Seeed Studio's Xiao ESP32-S3, and we'll be turning it into your own mini Spycam. Now, when I was a kid, I loved those different spy tools that you can get from Walmart and other like KB Toys stores where they kind of had microphones and night vision goggles. I loved those tools, and one of my favorite toys that I ever got was like those mini spy cams, but they never really worked properly. Luckily, we live in an age of IoT and I can make my own. Now, there are different development board companies like M5 Stack, DF Robot, WaveShare, LilyGo that make different custom boards for different projects, and that is awesome because you can turn any idea you have to life. Some boards have different sensors built in and different features, and if you don't have what you need on there, you can then add those sensors and modules. Now, Seeed Studio has a series called the Xiao series. Xiao. I hope I'm saying it right, but I call it the Xiao series. The Xiao series literally just means tiny, because these guys are tiny and they have different Xiaos with different microcontrollers on them. And they also have the Xiao Sense series, and the Sense series just means it has some added features, like sometimes it'll have an accelerometer, sometimes it'll have a microphone, and this one in particular that we're going to be going over today has a camera, a microphone, and an SD card slot. So you have all those neat features all packed into one tiny device, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, the Xiao S3 comes in this tiny little package right here. Let's open her up. We have our Xiao S3 Sense, and inside, back here, we have some heat sinks, some headers, extra headers, two heat sinks that we can actually place on the back of the Xiao, which we will do later on, a 2.4 gigahertz antenna that is tied in this little notch right here, as well as a QR code that you can scan to the official website for Seeed Studio on the specs of the Xiao S3. And this guy is tiny. It's about 0.8 inches long, a little bit under 0.7 inches wide, and the thickness is about 0.2 to 0.3 centimeters thick. The Xiao S3 Sense is made up of two different boards, the Xiao S3 on the bottom and the expansion board that is connected through a male and female header connectors right down here. You see these little pins right here? That's what's holding them together. Now, if you think to yourself, can I just grab an ESP32-S3 Xiao and then maybe grab an expansion board after? No, it doesn't work that way. Here we have a regular ESP32-S3 Xiao that you can grab from Seeed Studio, and this just comes in a regular Xiao S3 package. Now, there's a big difference between the S3 Sense Xiao and the S3 Xiao. They're both exactly the same, but you see that female connector that you get with the S3 Sense? It's not there on the regular Xiao S3. And that means that you would have to find that part and solder it on for you to grab an expansion board, and I'm honestly not sure if they sell the expansion board separate. The expansion board comes with a micro SD card slot, a built-in microphone, and this ribbon cable connector for you to attach a different camera module if you so wish, like an OV2640, for example. This is an OV3660 2-megapixel camera, and it'll do the job for what we need. The Xiao ESP32-S3 has a dual-core Extensa processor with clock speeds of 240 megahertz, as well as 8 megabytes of PS RAM and 8 megabytes of flash memory, making it perfect for what we need it to do, and that's be a mini Spycam. Xiaos come with their own different expansion boards where you can use different microcontrollers. For example, this is an ESP32-S3 and this is an NRF52, and they're the same size, same shape, same form factor. Now, the ESP32-S3 supports both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi at the 2.4 gigahertz band. You have a UFL connector right there for you to attach an external antenna, two amoeba-sized boot and reset button, 14 pins, 7 on each side, as well as data pads on the bottom, 11 being GPIO, 9 ADC channels, 1 UART, 1 I2C, 1 I2S, 1 SPI. It basically has everything that you could possibly need. See these tiny pads right here? On most Xiaos, you'll find these tiny pads. Basically, this can support battery charging straight from USB-C. And I think it's limited to 100 mAh, but I mean, it still works. Now, to run your own code on it, you can use Platform IO, the ESP IDE, or Arduino. And in this case, we're going to be using Arduino. And the available GitHub repo is for Arduino. So if you've never used Arduino, don't be intimidated. Just follow along, and slowly with more projects, and if you watch enough videos and maybe take a small course on how to use Arduino, I promise you eventually it'll make sense.
Now we're going to head over to printables and get our case. This case is by Nicolai Xiao. Thank you, Mr. Xiao. He has an antenna post where you can place right on the side of the actual housing, and it has a magnetic base if you add a neodymium magnet to the bottom, as well as the heat sinks being placed directly on the top to prevent overheating. Now he used this as a 3D printer camera for his Prusa, and I think this is really cool. But this is what we'll be using. There are different cases if you'd like a better, robust case, but I like this case a lot just because of the antenna mount.
This is how it looks like when you've 3D printed it. There's one without the antenna stand, but we're going to be using the one with the antenna stand. We're going to take the 2.4 gigahertz antenna, we're going to tape it to the post right here, and then we're going to loop this UFL connector through that little hole right there, and make sure it's plugged in afterwards. Then we're going to stick it in place and firmly place it while placing the camera connector right here. So the camera sits flush in that little socket. After we've plugged it into the socket and it's sitting flush, we can grab the other end, and this is our other end that I've placed a magnet on the top as well as a magnet on the bottom for good measure, and we can just clip it into place properly. Which this might be just a tiny bit tricky, but I promise you it is not that hard. It fits perfectly, just like that. Once it's sitting flush, we can take one single screw and we're going to plug it in there. Screw it right down in. And just like that, we're done.
Now, I've linked this GitHub repo down below. It's under my GitHub, so just look up github.com/Valleytechsolutions, and I should come up right here, and you should see Xiao ESP32-S3 Spycam. And from here, you can download the code. Now, there are different kind of like models that I'm working on. I have motion detect because the S3 is capable of tiny AI vision projects. So you do have motion sense detect. Well, it will record only when it detects motion. And then you have the general Spycam, which will allow you to stream, record, and it actually records on a loop. And you can adjust that loop depending on how big of an SD card you put in the S3 Sense. And you can adjust this to your heart's content. But if you have no experience at all, you can just upload it as is. And you can pick one between the Xiao Spycam or the Sense Motion Detect. Now keep in mind, the Sense Motion Detect is still a work in progress, but this one works as is. And let me show you how we can actually install it. We want to make sure we download the Arduino IDE. After we've downloaded the Arduino IDE, we go to File, we go to Preferences, and I've linked the URL down below that you want to copy and paste here. And after we've copied and pasted, which is basically the ESP32 board manager additional board files, we press OK. Afterwards, we can go over here. We can go to Board Manager, type in ESP32 to be absolutely sure. And you see Arduino ESP32 boards. Now, over here, we have the Espressive System ESP32 boards. We're going to hit Update, but for you, it should say Install. So you want to make sure that you install the correct file, which is this one by Espressive Systems. It'll process, or in my case, processing, but in your case, it'll install. After we install, we're going to go to Xiao and we're going to click our COM port, our desired COM port. Make sure you select the correct COM port, and then we're going to go to Edit, and from here we can go to just type in Xiao and ESP32-S3 should come up. So after we've selected the correct COM port and typed in Xiao underscore ESP32-S3, not ESP32-S3 plus, ESP32-S3, and then press the desired COM port, press OK. After we've pressed OK, we're still not done. We're going to head over to Tools, and we want to make sure that USB-C CDC on boot is turned on, frequency 240, core debug none. Just ignore this, make sure this is disabled, events on core 1, Yeah, 80 megahertz, 8 megabytes of flash memory, JTAG adapter, no, Arduino, no, partition scheme, default with spiffs. So 3 megabytes app, 1.5 megabytes spiffs. From here, we go to PSRAM, OPI, PSRAM. This has to be turned on. I mean, this has to be turned on. Please turn this on. Now, afterwards, we go to upload speeds, and instead of 921/600, we're going to pick 115200 right here. And after we've done that, we double check everything, make sure we've typed in our SSID, our desired SSID, and our desired password. And from here, we can press upload. After we've pressed upload, we want to go to tools. And after tools, we're going to go to serial monitor. And here, serial monitor, you have the UI right here. That's your URL after it's connected to the internet. And over here, we have stream, where you can actually stream live footage. And then this is the URL for clips. It's really simple. In this case, we're going to right-click the URL, press copy right here, and we're going to go to this URL right here. Now, as you can see, we've gone to the URL and we are live streaming, which is really cool, man. And the best part is you can have it record on a boot loop, and you can change the duration of that boot loop until you tell it to stop. And you can go to the URL for the GUI to tell it to stop, and you can go to the GUI for the clips. I've also added in the GitHub repo a script for you to convert the files into an MP4 format. Now remember, this is kind of buggy, just very slightly, and it still works, which is still pretty cool.
Once you're finished, this is what it should look like. And I do have to admit, I love this design. I do plan on playing around with this a little bit so I could add a external battery, give it a nice battery pack. The S3 it drains a lot of power, so you need a pretty decent battery, and it kind of kills the inconspicuous feel to it, but you can take a battery bank and plug it straight to the USB-C and it'll instantly connect. If you want to know what's going on, you go into Arduino like I showed you before, click on the serial monitor, and it'll tell you everything that's going on. If your SD card is failing to initialize, everything. You also want to make sure that that SD card is formatted to FAT32, or else it won't do what it needs to do. I think my favorite feature is that it's magnetic on the bottom. That way you can take one of those metal plates and place it anywhere you need to stick this in. So like a corner, a wall, anywhere you'd like. It's tiny, inconspicuous, and it does the job. Now remember, don't record anybody without permission, and don't use these for nefarious purposes because, well, these are really cool, and they're to be used as an educational tool to teach you more about microcontrollers and what you can do with different project boards. If you're interested in different Seeed Studio boards like the Xiao S3 Sense, I've linked my affiliate code down below, which will give you a discount on anything on seedstudio.com, and they have a lot of cool stuff coming out very soon. There'll be a lot of different Seeed Studio stuff coming out in the next year, so stay tuned in. The GitHub repo is open source, so anybody can play around with it and do whatever they want with it. Do with it to your heart's content. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. I appreciate you all for the love and support. You guys are amazing, and I love making little toys like this, man. We'll see you next time.